Hello folks, and welcome back to Sports Babble with Myles and Quinn. Today we are going to be going over the most recent Super Bowl that officially ended the 2020 and 21 NFL season. So today we're going to be going over the Super Bowl, and we're going to also be talking about a couple other things, so stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the show.
It's a pillowcase, creepy case, it's our face. Everywhere you'll ever go, people will say, people will know, that's creepy case, it's their face. Creepy case, the pillowcase, we're the best, we help you rest, everything is great. We can help you sleep better-ish, kind of not, oh wait, we're hot. Creepy case, we help you sleep, cause it's our face. Every day, every way, we help you sleep and we help you play.
Acting up for us to settle on our pending lawsuit.
Hey, this is Quinn, reminding you to please take a moment and smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. And while you're at it, click on the notification bell to never miss an upload of Sports Babble with Myles and Quinn. Enjoy the show. And we are back. So that kind of just barely gave you a little bit of a comparison. Creepy Case or Kimojo. We didn't play Kimojo just then. But
I love
Kimojo
Creepy Case.
Creepy Case is so good. I mean,
I love it.
It's so good. Like I said before, today we are going to be talking about the most recent Super Bowl that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosted in Tampa Bay. They hosted the Kansas City Chiefs, and we're going to be talking about that game and what went on during that game. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I guess I'll start us off.
Why don't you?
Okay, Tom Brady.
Well,
I mean, at points, you got to give the guy credit. He's one of the oldest players in the NFL. I think he might be the oldest player in the NFL. And he has 7 Super Bowls. I mean, he's insane. I'm saying it now. If you want, guys, if you guys want to record it, you can. Tom Brady's the greatest football player of all time.
It's pretty incredible.
Try best player in all of sports of all time.
I guess you could say that too.
I mean, he has so many Lombardi trophies that he can actually afford to throw them from one boat to another and
across
when they're moving.
When they're moving.
Yeah, I mean,
the ocean.
That was a bold move by Tom.
I think he was. I think he was throwing it to his boat full of receivers.
Yeah, he threw it over to Gronk's boat, and you could hear. There was many posts going around of you can hear his daughter saying, "No, Dad."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Imagine if it just fell in the water.
Imagine if they just dropped it.
I know.
I mean, would it sink?
I don't know.
I think it would.
I
think it would definitely sink. I think those things are.
I think they'd go after it.
I don't think it's full metal.
I feel like there'd be one fan out on the dock that would just dive right in, take it, and then sell it for a bunch of money.
I'm just gonna throw out a guess here that thing weighs 5 to 10 pounds at least. Probably
Yeah,
probably
at
more than
least.
5, maybe not more than 10, but
Mm-hmm.
probably close to it.
Yeah. Closer to the game side of things, the Buccaneers, as probably all of you know, did end up winning 31-9. The Chiefs actually did
Who
not
predicted that?
manage to get into the end zone. So
Did they ever
My
uncover?
homie Taylor
I'll tell you-
Heineke for the Washington football team scored more touchdowns against the Bucks in the playoffs than the Chiefs did. Taylor Heineke.
I love
He
the
scored
stat of Mahomes running 500 yards the wrong way, or running away from defense.
I mean, that game, it almost seemed like it was Mahomes versus the Buccaneers defense. You know, I said it coming in. Guess who called it? I called it. I said it coming in. The main chance that the Buccaneers have at winning this game is their pass rush. They pass rushed Mahomes. He couldn't throw the ball. Boom, they lose the game.
Well,
Who said it?
Actually,
Who said it?
I want to
Huh?
add something about that. So you were saying, Quinn, he could not pass the ball, and I think that's not very true because he could pass the ball. He actually made a couple passes right to his team while he was getting quadruple teamed, and somehow it was right on point, right to them, and maybe 3 passes like that
just
just
hit him in the
dropped.
face.
Yeah, that's
And
true. He
that
did have
is-
some botched ones.
It actually could have been like a way closer game if those teammates actually caught those passes.
What was the beef with Tyrann Mathieu? What were they all? What did they
According-
ever say? What he said? Did they
According
say
to
he did?
Tyrann Mathieu,
Evo.
Tom
Evil.
Brady called Tyrann Mathieu something that he would not repeat.
They said it was not a racist slur, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, tough for Tyrann Mathieu to come and go. Myles Marcoux.
Tom Brady
I know you have
called him
some
a
thoughts
young
about that.
whippersnapper.
Right. I can't imagine it was that bad, but who knows? Brady was definitely pretty worked up. That's for
I mean,
sure.
he is a vegan.
I mean, Miles, I know you probably have your
Yeah,
thoughts
so-
on Tyrann Mathieu, so I'll let you take it.
Oh, yes, I definitely do. So as most of you know, I hate Tyrann Mathieu. I hate the Chiefs. This could not have been better. I mean, it was the worst quarterback performance in Super Bowl history. That's just, amazing. Tyrann Mathieu is evil. He always has been. He always will be. He's just not a good person. So, of course, he's mouthing off. He's mad because he got an interception, quote quotes. I'm doing air quotes so you guys can't see. And I think he was pretty sad about that. I don't know how, but on that play he ended up without his helmet off.
Yeah.
So it got called back because the sticky-fingered Chiefs defense were holding the Buccaneers. And they were. That was a good call. You can't leave that uncalled. So Tyrann Mathieu, he's obviously mad. He's blowing everything. He's not even being the best safety on their team. Sorensen, best player on the Chiefs. He played pretty well, better than Mathieu. So Mathieu then gets called for a penalty because I don't know why, but he walks up to Tom Brady and then he starts mouthing off at him.
Right. He wasn't
I don't
even
know.
involved in that penalty. He was the one that ended up with the ball, but he wasn't involved
Yeah.
in the penalty at all.
I think that was when Antonio Brown scored a touchdown on that play. So, obviously it didn't matter 15 yards after the kickoff, but there was 7 seconds left in the game, so it didn't matter. But, that just creates more frustration on his side of the ball, and he's good-ish. I don't know. He's really overrated. Everybody knows that. Yeah, he ended up doing more damage than he did good for their team, so I don't know. Tyrann Mathieu, they should have sat him. Just a bad person.
Yeah, Miles, you were talking about how the Chiefs have sticky fingered defense. I've heard this rule, I'm not really sure the numbers, but you can kind of do anything, holding, pushing, a bit of that in the first 5 yards or something like that. And so they were, every single chance they got, every single person in the first 5-10 yards, they would be doing as much as they can. And so a dude went a bit farther than 5 or 10 yards, I'm not sure about the exact number, kept doing it, and that kind of called back the whole play, which is, kind of karma for playing dirty. But yeah, Matthew, I was not impressed with him at all. Bad mouthing
was.
Tom Brady. It was a field day for news reporters, probably. And so and I saw this bad lip reading, and it was pretty funny of what Matthew and bad lip reading is like. They cut out what the actual words are and replace them with different words, and so they replaced the argument about Tom Brady and Tyrann Mathieu was like something totally stupid, and it looked like Matthew was just getting so worked up.
Myles Lane, do you have your video? Turn on your video if you don't have it on.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
But he was getting so worked up about something so little that was self-inflicted. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you were starting to say something.
The bad lip reading. Tony Romo was saying stuff. He was kind of doing some bad lip reading, commentating of Tyrann Mathieu and Tom Brady, and I forget what he was saying. He was like, I just remember it being pretty funny. And another thing was, Myles was saying how the Chiefs had those sticky fingers, and if there's anything you guys want to emphasize on the calls that the refs made or the good and bad calls about that.
I mean, I think
I got something to say about that.
Go.
You can go first, Quinn.
All right. I think this was not a very well officiated game. At the end of the day, I don't think the calls had anything to do with the overall outcome of the game. I don't think there were any. I think there were some controversial calls. I don't think any of them really took up too much, like, that made the game a completely different outcome. I think at the end of the day, the Chiefs still didn't play that well. I don't think it was a very well officiated game, but I still think at the end of the day, Buccaneers won the game.
The right team still won.
I think if they weren't calling pass interference on the Chiefs, Buccaneers still won that game. I still wouldn't have been a very similar outcome.
What do you got, Myles?
I got something to say about your calls, Quinn. So I personally think it wasn't a great officiated game. There were a few calls that I would have been like, you don't have to call that. The Chiefs defense is very sticky fingered, and they need to be called for that more often. A lot of the calls I did agree with. The interception that Tyrann Mathieu had, air quotes again, that was definitely should have been a call. The play where Mike Evans was running down the field and he fell down because he got hit, that definitely should have been a call. If you don't call that, then, the league you get criticized. And, that definitely should have been a call. Most of these calls, I was like, yeah, they should be a call. Tampa Bay, against the Bears, they had like 8 penalties earlier this year. Or it was like 10 penalties. It was a ridiculous amount. They worked on that. The Chiefs don't get called for penalties as much as they should. And, that's not great. I definitely think that they should get called for more penalties. And they really did in this game. The reffing wasn't great. There were some penalties on both teams that I was like, that should have been caught. And the Chiefs had a few where I was like, that should be a penalty. So, I don't know. I think it was good. I saw someone talking about how, the game should be redone with better refs, but that's just ridiculous. And Patrick Mahomes is having foot surgery, so it would probably be Henne, and it would probably be another Buccaneers one.
Yeah. Myles Lane, actually, this is a little aside from the Super Bowl, but Myles, happy birthday. It was your birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Myles.
So, it was your birthday yesterday. How'd that go? COVID birthday. What was that like?
It was kind of sad, because, we couldn't have anyone over, any of that kind of stuff. We were going to go night skiing at Bolton, but it was too cold, so we rescheduled it for another day. But, it was fine, and we made the best of it.
A birthday's a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you showing
As you
that.
can see, that
the
mini
football
basketball hoop.
Oh,
that
wow.
was, my present.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wasn't there?
So you're doing, all the in-between the, dunks and stuff.
Can I just please say, as a parent, I hate those things.
Yeah.
I just,
We figured that out after, a week.
We have one.
God.
It's in my closet.
They have destroyed parts of my house with that thing.
That is not true. We have not destroyed anything. We just had made
We destroyed the
large
rim.
noises
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
from the upstairs place.
Yeah, so Myles, beware. Take notes on how quiet you need to slam dunk on that thing.
No, his parents probably are way nicer than me. I'm just mean. I'm just a mean guy.
The mean D.A.D.
The mean D.A.D.
Yeah, so happy birthday to you, Myles. How old did you turn yesterday?
I turned 12.
12. Nice. Yeah, so
That's incredible. I just need to say that 12 years old and you guys are all, Quinn, what are you, 13?
Yeah.
Myles Marcoux, you 13?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Noah's 23?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the D.A.D. is 15?
D.A.D's 15. So it's just amazing how much you guys know about this stuff,
Yeah.
at your age and that you're doing this.
Anyways, so yeah, happy birthday to you, Myles. Something else, it's actually the D.A.D's birthday tomorrow. The day you're seeing this, it is the D.A.D's birthday tomorrow on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You did say a little while ago that you thought Valentine's Day was a pretty cheap holiday. So what are your thoughts on Valentine's Day, even though you were born on that holiday?
Valentine's Day. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. It's special, it's definitely a special holiday. However, it's like, I don't know.
Valentine's Day, if you're with someone, it's either a great holiday or a terrible holiday.
Yeah, and I have a Valentine, so that's an important thing. So, what do I got going on here on this video here? I don't know. It's like happy birthday
My
in Chinese
dog's
now.
birthday is tomorrow on Valentine's Day.
Whose birthday?
Well, my dog, he's
Your dog.
passed away,
Nice.
but his birthday was on Valentine's Day, so another birthday then.
There's actually a lot of them. I'm not alone.
You're not alone.
I'm definitely not alone. But happy Valentine's Day to all you Valentines out there.
Yeah.
It's a universal holiday. That's one thing about it.
Yeah. Moving on to this is kind of about the Super Bowl, kind of not. The Super Bowl streaker. Wow. I think the Super Bowl streaker pulled off the smartest play of the decade.
What a goat.
It's incredible. So here's what
His brain
My
blast was absurd.
He's just
let me
he
tell
has
you
almost
guys.
as big a brain as me.
Let me tell you what I know about
About the Super
the
Bowl
Super
streaker.
Bowl streaker. Okay.
Yeah.
Super Bowl streaker goes into a bar, right? Tells his buddies, "Hey, I got this plan." Right? Talking to a buddy, his buddy's like, "You know what? I'll support that." The plan is to bet $75,000 that someone
I heard it was 50.
or well, I think it was 70.
It
70
was 750 odds.
So all right, so
on a prop bet.
$50,000
He
bucks,
bet
let's
50
say,
grand
and he
750 odds.
right. So that someone is going to streak the Super Bowl. Okay, right. This is pretty brilliant. He walks out on the street, makes a bet with like a bookie or something, probably completely illegal, and then goes to the buys his ticket to the game. How much do you think that is?
I mean, I don't know. So expensive.
Let's throw a guess out. How much do you think a Super Bowl ticket was?
I don't know.
I would say 10 grand.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. So he spends the money for the Super Bowl ticket, right? His buddy agrees to be the fall guy to jump out onto the field before him to distract security, right? So that he could then jump out in his, what do you call it? It's not a mankini because it's a one piece, but it's like
I don't know. His outfit.
his
Italy
outfit.
uncensored
outfit.
bathing suit.
Yeah, there you go. So then, his buddy jumps out, distracts security. He jumps out, then runs, and I think he makes it the whole length of the field, pretty much.
He got into the end zone before the Chiefs did.
He did. He covered more yards than most of the.
More than the Chiefs did the entire game.
Oh no! What do you got, Noah? Noah's got a price for us. Hold on.
It says around $4,000, $5,000 for a Super Bowl ticket.
Okay, that's not crazy.
Yeah.
So
Still.
So then, what Myles Marcoux? What were you saying? The odds were on the payout was on the bet.
Yeah. So it was. He bet online in this weird online betting
online.
website. He bet $50,000. He bet $50,000, and it was a prop bet, so it was plus 750 odds. So he ended up making like about $375,000 just like by doing that. That's one of those things where it's like, oh, that's dumb. What if he didn't do it? But then you're like, well, he has to do it because he spent so much money on a ticket and that. And then after, I was reading stuff about him. He's a funny guy. Seems like a good guy to hang out with. He said that there's some stuff here. I'm going to paraphrase it because we have children listening. So he said he went, he was arrested and he was put in a cell. He had to bail himself and his friend out for $500 each. So that's $1,000. And he's like, well, that's not a big deal. He has sitting on like $375,000. And then, I'm going to paraphrase this. The guy said, the guard or the police officer said, like, you were a butt, so I'm going to be a butt. And he made him sit in the bathing suit the entire night. And I'm, again, going to paraphrase because there are children listening. So he said, hold up, I got to paraphrase quote this. He said, the worst part was that he couldn't pick the wedgie that was up his butt while he was in custody because he was in handcuffs. But he's clearly over that now.
Maybe he just used to be a professional swimmer and he outgrew the bathing suit. Maybe that's it. And it was from Breast Cancer Awareness Month that he had it from his last meet. Yeah, maybe. That could be it.
Yeah, maybe. You know,
it actually was a woman's bathing suit. I looked it up. It's called an Italy Uncensored. It's a women's bathing suit, which I won't name what type it is because, again, we have children listening to this. So, you know, a 5-hour wedgie that you can't pick, that's pretty rough.
Let's just say it's glad
I'm sure he
that
asked his buddy to, but his buddy was probably like,
we're happy they didn't show the other view.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. So, you know, the Super Bowl streaker, I think he pulled off what may be the smartest play forever.
It's pretty smart.
I mean, he's genius.
Butt fumble much?
Butt fumble. That was pretty insane. All right. Anyway, so you know, Super Bowl streaker, Super Bowl outcome. You know, Patrick Mahomes is having toe surgery. You know, me and my dad. We thought
quarterback in the Super Bowl.
I didn't really. I'm not really like. I wasn't really fully aware that turf toe was a major injury. I was kind of making fun of Patrick Mahomes a little bit that he had a toe injury because you know when someone says, "Yeah, no, I injured my toe," it sounds pretty pathetic. So, but you know, now that he's having surgery, we all totally hope he gets better.
Did you just say totally?
Oh
my god.
Oh, that's good.
That
sneak that in there.
Like really.
Totally meant for that to happen, right?
Really bad.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
you know
awful.
we all. No, I'm not gonna do it again.
Don't do it again. Don't.
Yeah. So honestly, I think that wraps up for
First half.
the first half of the show. Unless anyone has anything else to add. Going once, going twice, going thrice.
Sounds like a break.
Sounds like a break is correct. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the first half, and we'll be back after these words.
41. Go Saints. Go Mojo is mine. Bro. Go Mojo is a pro. Go Mojo, keep tackle him, you look like such a clown. 1, 2, green, 1, 2, red. He hurdles you right over your head. Komodo's the best, he helps you rest. Nope, that's creepy case. Oh, wait, we're hot. Komodo is my bro. Komodo is a pro. Komodo is my bro.
Hey, this is Quinn, reminding you to head over to sportsbabblevt.com for show recaps, sports updates, contests, news, and more. Plus, click that contact us link and send us your thoughts, questions, or ideas. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
With Myles and Quinn.
And we are back. So, like I said before, just a little comparison of Creepy Case and Komodo. Drop down in the comments which one you think is better. They're both obviously so amazing. But now, moving on to the second show, we have Lane's Lowdown, local news and sports, and trivia listener questions, question mark?
Trivia.
Just trivia.
I like the
You like the questions. Yeah. The roll. That's what Noah's doing behind the scenes, by the way. So yeah, we're gonna send it over to Myles Lane with I almost said local news and sports. Lane's Lowdown. Myles, take it away. You're muted.
That's this topic, but I notified you that it was my only topic I had for Lane's Lowdown. So J.J. Watt, some of you might have heard about him. Like, he's not on the Texans anymore. I looked it up. I'm not really sure where he's going or if he's going anywhere or if he's just like done from the NFL. But I do know that this is a huge loss for the Texans. Like, they've lost so many good players. I mean, there goes DeAndre Hopkins. There goes J.J. Watt. I mean, I don't know what's happening. They used to be so good. They made it to the AFC Championship last year.
Where's he going?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's going anywhere yet. But
Chicago, Pittsburgh,
funny.
Tampa Bay.
Let's see.
I think
J.J. Watt.
I think it's could be any of the above.
Okay, it says
I think he
Steelers,
said that he
Browns.
specifically wanted to go somewhere he would win. Oh, sorry.
So they're Steelers and Browns are among the large group that are interested in the released J.J. Watt. So Browns or Steelers are some of them. That would be interesting. I mean, the Browns would be.
I've got his video from Twitter playing in the background. You can't hear it, Myles, but
Myles, we have a little snippet of J.J. Watt, so you guys want to listen to this for a second.
Eventually agreed to part ways at this time. I came here 10 years ago as a kid from Wisconsin who'd never really been to Texas before. And now I can't imagine my life without Texas in it. The way that you guys have treated me, besides draft night, I mean, you guys booed me on draft night.
what happened on draft night?
I mean, apparently they didn't want him, but
That was this was 10 years ago he's talking?
10 years ago.
Wow.
I mean, J.J. Watt, one of the best defensive players to ever do it. Huge loss for Houston Texans. The Houston Texans organization is just slowly crumbling. But Myles Lane, back to you.
Yeah, so J.J. Watt, I mean, he's a great player. He's very strong. And, I mean, Browns or Steelers? If he went to the Browns, I think that'd be a great addition. I mean, they have to worry about him and Myles Garrett. That'd be really hard. And the Steelers, T.J. Watt and J.J. Watt. that would be one good because they're both defensive ends, but team chemistry might be conflicting since they're brothers. That might not be good, or maybe it'll just be better than someone random. But Browns or Steelers, they both already have a good defensive end, and that would be both have an insane defensive line if they got J.J. Watt. What do you guys think about that?
What's it going to cost to get J.J. Watt?
J.J. Watt, that's going to be expensive. Like my dad asked me when I told him the other day J.J. Watt was released.
The D.A.D.
The D.A.D. Sorry.
Thank you.
He asked me, do you think the Giants will sign him up? And I'm like, anyone could really use J.J. Watt. He's like one of the best defensive linemen in the league. Anyone could use him, but it's a matter of how expensive he is. Like, I don't think the Giants would sign him because he's so expensive that after signing him, they wouldn't have room to get other players that they need more desperately.
I mean, that was really just wishful thinking on my part.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, he's a very expensive player, being one of the best defensive players in the league. I personally think he would be a good fit on the Steelers. Steelers defense is already one of the best in the league. And both Watt brothers on one defensive line, that is a scary matchup.
3 Watt players on that team.
Yeah, all 3 Watt brothers on the same team. It's like the dream team,
Yeah,
for the Watt brothers.
But then won't they be mad at him if they're on the same team with him and he makes like so much more than they do? Then they'll be like family feud. Then the team will fall apart. Then he'll move to the Giants.
TJ's better.
TJ's better?
I think TJ is better. Myles, you were starting to say something else. Yeah, you can just Myles Marcoux.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, J.J. Watt, he's pretty old and he's not as great as he was. TJ's better. I don't know about the other one. I believe his name is PJ. I don't know.
Is it PJ, CJ, or was it DJ?
Championship.
I think it's like Mitchell.
It is Mitchell.
Something like that. It's like some random name.
Sorry, Myles. Go ahead.
Anyway, so he wants to go somewhere he'll win a championship. Obviously, Pittsburgh could be that place, but I'm just gonna be that guy. Pittsburgh's not gonna win a championship for quite a while. I mean, they have a good coach. He's one of the top 5 coaches in the league, in my opinion. He's very good. But, they're not going to win next year. They don't have it. Big Ben's good enough. They're not going to re-sign Juju. They don't have enough of a running game to do anything. I don't know. They're that team that's always good, but they never win. They're I can't think of another example. That's just the Steelers culture.
Yeah, they're good,
anyway,
but they can't do anything about it.
More teams I think he could sign with. Tampa Bay, obviously. I mean, Tampa Bay has a pretty loaded team, and I don't know how, but somehow they're still not even spending massive amounts of money. It's ridiculous. So signing him for a 1-year deal with Brady there. I mean, he's not only a good player, he's also a great mentor and a good presence. He's a great guy. So I think that could be a reason for them to sign him. I honestly think that the best fit for him will be the Green Bay Packers, though, because Green Bay Packers can win. They need a better defense. They are not willing to spend any money on their defense, so they might as well start spending it now. Otherwise, they're not going to get farther than the championship game. Those two are like the Steelers. They are always going to have a good team, but unless they spend more money and work on their defense more, they're just not going to be good. So my prediction, Green Bay Packers.
That's,
you heard it here.
Green Bay Packers. That's also a good choice. No, who do you think?
No one knows. No one knows exactly
nods
where
his head no.
No one knows
he
exactly
knows he's going
where he's
to go
going.
to the Giants.
I mean,
and the Giants
Watt
will make
family
the Super
already
Bowl.
has their problems with Subway, and not. I mean, isn't that one of their main sponsors or whatever?
Subway?
Yeah.
I don't know. What did they do with Subway?
They have a Subway ad.
Yeah, the Subway ad.
Oh, big deal.
So the chemistry's already there with Subway. So now they just need to work on in the field.
Maybe there will be a Subway team.
All right. No.
Yeah.
Well, this might as well be your segue into your little. Are you Myles Lane? Are you?
You all done?
Does that wrap it up for you, bud?
I mean, yeah, I think that those are all good predictions. I mean, Green Bay Packers, yes, they need a defense, but Miles mentioned they're not willing to spend money on their defense, so why would they do it now? Just gonna say that. But that kind of wraps up. I think that kind of is a wrap.
Thanks, Mr. Lane's Lowdown. Ready to go into our
Local news and sports with Noah.
Noah, take it away.
You already know it's with me, myself, and I. Local news and sports with me, Noah.
This is a good one.
This is a good one. So, basketball. First game was last night for the People's Academy Wolves. We had to wear a mask. We were in Richford, playing against Richford. Varsity destroyed, and JV lost, but we couldn't won the game, but I don't know. First game, some new players that we haven't played with for the past couple years in middle school, and plus it's a new thing with COVID. So
just getting back into basketball. How was it with the mask? I gotta ask.
It was a little tough.
Yeah,
it was a little tough because you could see like the refs were they're pretty sensitive with making sure like people weren't touching too aggressive with each other. So
really
they're calling a bunch.
You want to know something interesting? So the game was streamed on this NFHS network, which is an app, right? And they stream games from like all over the country. So when I was trying to get on to the app to watch your game, other things that were being streamed were like wrestling matches, and there was like I was watching wrestling matches in Georgia with kids that were like climbing all over each other with no masks on, you know, and then you guys are it's different wherever you are in the country.
There are some high schools that in Vermont that are playing without masks, I believe. Or not
really?
I don't think in Vermont, but like in the US that are playing.
Well, probably in the US for sure. There's definitely
that are playing without masks, probably like New York and something like that.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that we're on the more cautious side of things here in Vermont.
Yeah. Like kids like that are like the best high school players there are, like Mikey Williams, LeBron James' son, those kind of guys, they don't play with masks on.
And the NBA like bubble.
Yeah.
That's how the seating was. So it's all like 6 feet apart and
oh yeah. You guys were like set on other sides of the court, right?
Yeah.
Noah had 7 points.
7 points.
7. See that?
Nice job, Noah. Excellent.
Can't see you, Quinn. You're not on camera.
Yeah, you're not on camera. What do you, Quinn's?
7 points.
Nice.
Yep, we got you.
Yeah, that's still backwards.
We got you.
It is.
That's still, you'd have to go like this. So, right, there you go.
Yep, we got you, Quinn. Okay, otherwise, we have a Nordic race coming up Wednesday, I believe. No, Tuesday.
PA?
Yeah, PA Nordic race in the high school. In the News and Citizen paper a couple days ago, we saw the middle level Nordic team practicing. I don't think they're gonna have any races this year, but they're getting ready for high school and getting real strong for next year, hopefully.
Well, yeah. So, Noah, a couple days ago, I believe, last Friday. Yeah, last Friday. Not like last Friday, but like last Friday.
On a recent Friday.
On a recent Friday, was announced that he could start playing games. I believe middle school can't start playing games. It's like March 1st.
Next weekend, right?
On March 1st, they announce middle school can start playing, and then it's like you can only play like schools in your district or only like certain teams.
So they don't announce it until March 1st.
Yeah.
Man.
No,
I
it's just
heard y'all
beginning.
could only scrimmage and play still.
I think you're right, Miles.
We've heard only that you can. Quinn will only be able to play people in the in the school district, which is only one school. And every time we play this school,
it's a massacre.
It's not a game.
I dropped 25 on this team one day.
And that's like 25 times.
That's
the
like
amount
25
he
more
gets.
points than I normally score.
So our varsity team.
Oh my God. Varsity was looking very good. Sawyer, what's his last name?
Beck.
Sawyer Beck.
Sophomore.
Yeah, sophomore was looking very good.
He came right off the tip. They had that little give and go. That was pretty cool.
Sophomore, doing the tip. He's not the tallest one on the team. No, but he can jump the highest on the team.
And he's made for basketball. He's just a natural athlete in that regard.
One play that I saw him do so many times, maybe got 10 points off it, was he would just, because he's so fast too, he would just drive right to the foul line, jump over everybody's heads, and shoot a nice foul shot, basically. And that's how he got most of his points.
I mean, they won by like 40 points or something, varsity.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Well, it was the same team that we played, just a couple more players. And, that was basically it on the local news and sports by me, myself, and I.
Local news and sports with Noah.
Thank you, Noah. Ping pong. Back to you,
Bam.
Noah.
We're getting good at this.
We're getting good.
We are getting.
We got like a rhythm.
We got.
I don't want to go that far. You got something.
We got something.
Woo.
Woo. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna know listener questions. If you guys want to hear more listener questions,
then you gotta send them in.
That has to come from you guys. Because really, hasn't been
not a
real
listener. Noah's a talker. You know?
Yeah, I'm kind of a listener, but we need to hear listener questions from you guys at home, and
from
just make sure you can either email at sportsbattlevt@gmail.com or comment.
I am freezing. Are you guys cold? It's freezing in here.
I'm not very cold.
It's a little brisk.
Oh my gosh!
No, have we got any more emails from Flatbread124?
Who?
From Flatbread124. I believe that was
Jim's
like one
Flatbread?
of the, yeah, Jim's Flatbread from like one of the first episodes.
All right, trivia it up. Miles is getting antsy.
Right.
Okay.
Hey boys, come on. I want to win some more trivia.
Here's one question. Who was the only Super Bowl MVP to have played on the losing team?
You've already asked that one.
We've asked this one. We've been through this one.
Who holds the single season record for touchdown receptions?
We've done this one
too. That one too.
You're gonna need to get way creative.
Homeboy Randy Moss.
See, Miles even remembers the.
Who was the first openly gay player drafted by an NFL team? Dave Kope.
Hold on. That's a fitting question for today's times. Hold on. Is that right, Dave Kope?
Yeah, Kope.
Yeah.
Jerry Smith, Ray McDonald, Michael Sam.
So you got
Dave Kope, Jerry Smith, Ray McDonald, and Michael Sam. And the question is, who was the first openly gay player to be drafted by an NFL team?
Can I confirm that all of these players are gay? Because I do not want to assume. Can I confirm that?
Okay, that they're all gay.
Yeah,
but one of them was the first gay player.
Yeah. Can I confirm that?
I mean, it'd be probably awful if this website was like listing their names.
I don't want to assume anything.
Right, and they're all of a sudden they've come out when they're not really gay. Who knows? But anyway, I think that's probably a safe assumption.
Okay.
Quinn, back to you.
Can you list them again? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! After all
Dave
that,
Kope, Jerry Smith, Ray McDonald, and Michael Sam.
You know, he was the first one listed that you just said, so he's the first one. Who is Dave Kope?
Nice. Quinn says, who is Dave Kope?
Who is Dave Kope?
How about we go to
Myles Marcoux. Yep. He's right next online. Myles Marcoux.
This one, I honestly have no clue.
I think we stumped him, boys.
Am I allowed to guess Willie Gay?
You can't. That would. Wait, there's no Willie Gay.
No, that is not one.
Educated guess.
Miles, you have to pick one. We may have stumped
go
him.
With who is David Corpetti?
Kope. David Kope. Who is David
stealing my
Kope?
answers?
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Miles Lane.
And then Miles Lane.
So I'm gonna go the majority. Who is David Kope?
Okay.
You know, I'm starting to think that we need to figure out a way where we can like mute the other two, or like one's doing their guess, because you guys just ride off each other.
Here's my idea. We actually do it like Jeopardy. They write down their answer, then they raise it. You know.
All right, Noah, go ahead. Give us the answer.
Okay.
Or we all say it at the same time.
So Dave Kope. Let's see. No.
Don't say anything when you click the button. Don't say anything because I'll turn the volume up here so we hear it.
What's your guys' next guess?
So wait, it wasn't Dave Kopay.
No, it was not.
See what happens when one guy jumps off the bridge and the other two guys follow?
I think I'm gonna go with Michael
I
Sam.
to do that, so
I didn't guess, so I'm gonna go with Michael Sam.
All right, no, just
all right.
just
So you've
keep
got
clicking,
remaining
keep
Jerry
clicking 'em.
Smith, Ray McDonald,
Michael Sam.
and Michael Sam.
Ray
Come on,
McDonald.
now it's one of three. Your odds just got
Ray
way
McDonald.
Ray McDonald. I got one on Michael Sam.
I'll take the Ray guy.
Okay.
better. Whoa, that doesn't sound like a question.
Who is
Ray
McDonald?
guy. Question mark.
Ray guy.
I'm going with who is Michael Sam.
Okay. Myles Lane, tiebreaker, or you can just go with Jerry Smith.
I'll just go with Jerry Smith.
Ooh, I like that. Okay,
We're gonna go with Jerry
Gonna end
Smith
up being-
because he is. Wait, did we have two Ray McDonalds?
All right, he's
We're
gonna.
gonna go with Jerry Smith.
We're gonna
because-
click it in 3, 2, 1.
No.
Ooh, it was not.
All right,
Okay, Ray McDonald.
Now we're down, and then there were two.
big
Okay,
money.
Ray McDonald. Clicking in 3, 2, 1. No.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Michael
Go ahead.
Sam.
We should have guessed the one that the person who saw the trivia is guessing. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, but you can't tell just by looking at
He
it.
was drafted by the St. Louis Rams and played in a 4-possession game before being released.
He was released?
Yep, that's what
Oh
it's
gosh, when was that? That may have been when gay people were far less accepted. Who
St.
knows?
Louis. It says the St. Louis Rams, so maybe a while ago.
Yeah. Next question.
Next
Next
question.
question. Well, Quinn putting the pressure on.
Just
Gee.
putting the pressure.
Yeah. Come on.
Move it along.
Okay. How many passes did Brett Favre attempt for the Atlanta Falcons?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Falcons. I actually have no clue.
Are there
Multiple
options?
choice.
Yeah, here are the questions.
The-
Or the
the
answers, the answers. Is it 40, 400, none, or 4? On that 4
40
rate.
would just be embarrassing. 4 would also be embarrassing.
None would be
Embarrassing.
very embarrassing.
Unless you just never played for the Falcons.
Did he ever play for the Falcons?
I really don't think he did.
Really?
Did he?
Don't. All right, so
hold on.
let's get the answers here, boys, before everyone has a chance to start googling.
Okay, Miles Marcoux. We're gonna go with you first.
I feel like it's a trick question, but I don't care. I'm gonna go with 0 because I think he played for the Vikings,
Okay.
Jets, Packers, and who's the other team he played for?
Okay.
Maybe only 3.
All right, so Miles
Okay,
says
Miles
no.
Lane. We're gonna go quick, so
I
we
think it
don't
was
we
4.
don't we don't have time
Might have
to
been Falcons.
copy off each other. Miles Lane. Go ahead.
Wait, what was the question again?
Oh no! Gosh.
He's looking
How many
up.
passes
he's
did Brett Favre attempt for the Atlanta Falcons? 40, 400, none, or 4?
40.
40. Quinn.
40. He said that very confidently, by the way.
I mean,
Ooh.
I was already questioning if he had played for the Falcons. We can confirm that. So I'm going to say 0. I don't think Brett Favre has ever
Okay,
played for the
I'm
Falcons.
gonna go with 400 because
right.
I don't really know. So I'm just gonna be
I'm gonna say 0.
0. Okay, we're gonna go with none to start off.
Big money,
So
big money,
how
big
many?
money.
The question was, how many passes did Brett Favre attempt for the Atlanta Falcons? We got 4 on none. Yep.
Just click.
Here we go. No.
No, it's not none.
4.
4. We're going 400 because that was my guess. No.
Not that either.
40. You said, Quinn?
That's what Miles said.
Miles.
Is it
Nope.
4? 4 passes?
4. Brett Favre attempted only 4 passes for Falcons, resulting in 2 interceptions and 0
I
completions.
meant to say 4.
That is kind of embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. You know, I said 4.
That is
You
rough.
guys just didn't hear it. It was behind the scenes. I think 2 trivia questions.
I think that's good. We're
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of at the mark.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
at
that's
the
good.
we're at the end mark for this episode of Sports Babble with Miles and Quinn. Thank you all for joining us. This was a great episode. Happy birthday, Miles
Happy
Lane.
birthday, Miles Lane.
And
Happy birthday.
almost happy birthday,
D.A.D.
the D.A.D.
Yeah,
The
thanks, boys.
D.A.D.
And happy Valentine's
Almost
Happy
Day.
Happy
Valentine's
birthday.
Day as well. We'll see you guys next week on Sports Babble. Miles and Quinn. Go Giants.
Subscribe, like it, comment.
Go Giants.
Like it.